To become profitable, there are some of the things that the trader needs to be aware of. Now, I'm going to be sharing some of the things that we pass through as beginners traders, first of all, before we became actually profitable, consistently profitable. I'm not talking about profitability for just one day and the next day you lose the money. No, I'm talking about consistent profitability. Now, if you are a trader and you're a beginner and you're new into the day trading and you are being stopped out by the market, you place a trade today and the market stop you out. Yeah, you get angry and immediately you place another trade. Yeah, it happens to everyone. You're not alone in this. I've been through that also. Yeah, I get stopped out by the market several times. But I'm going to be focusing on what a beginner trader should focus on during the first year of his trading. I'm going to be sharing with you some of the things that are going to be very helpful for you as a beginner trader. Now, the first one is you need to understand some things. You need to understand that the market is not an avenue for you to just come and make money like that. You need to have a different mindset. And now, the market is not going to be working for you just like that, for you to just come and be profitable. I know you may not like the sound of that, but that is the truth. That is the truth. Now, you need to have a different mindset, different from how the beginners traders see the market. You need to have the pro mindset. The pro mindset is they don't just see the market as an avenue of making money, they see it as an avenue of the market telling you the real you. Now, what I mean is, if you place a trade today, the market moves up and gives you 3 pips, and all of a sudden it comes down and stop you out. The market is trying to test your patience in the sense that the zone where you enter the market is not where you're supposed to enter immediately. You're supposed to wait for a retracement and you get stopped out. Now what happens? You see beginner trader, they immediately enter again because the market gives them another bullish candle or a bearish candle that's going in the direction. Now at that zone, you need to understand something. The market is showing you a picture. It's showing you a picture, and that picture is showing you it's yourself. It's trying to tell you that you need to work on this aspect of yourself in the sense that you're not being patient enough. Okay, now another way the market shows us our flux and tells us our real self is you place a market trade today and there was a loss. What happened? The next day you come into the chart and you are going to be risking high to make up and cover up for the loss of yesterday. You're doing revenge trading. What you're doing after that time is you are trying to make the money you lost yesterday. It doesn't work like that. Believe me, you're going to be losing more money. Now, this is another avenue, the market telling you that, hey guy, you are greedy. Yeah, you're very greedy. Now, what I do is, it took me time to practice this thing. When I make loss for today, the next day or the same day, I try to manage the same risk or risk lower. Most of the time, I risk lower. Why am I doing that? I'm trying to work on my mental capacity in the sense that don't forget, trading is a game of a mental game. It's a mental game. It's not that we don't work with our hands. It's not like a job where you have to be signing and going to carry out blocks and all of that. No, what the market does is majorly we work with our minds. Yeah, we work with our minds. So it took me time to be able to understand this stuff, that when I risk high today and I get stopped out, I should be managing the same risk or risking lower. Now when I risk lower, I learned humility from the market in the sense that when I get stopped out, I don't have a problem. I go back to my drawing board and check what's wrong. I will find out that I missed out something. I missed out with something, and I will learn from it. I'm cool with it. Okay, but it took me time. Took me time. Now the next one is you need to be able to what master one strategy and stick with it. Yeah, master one strategy and stick with it. This is the problem of beginner traders. They are moving in between so many strategies. Take for example, you place a trade today and it gets stopped out. Now, when you're stopped out, there's something you do. You come back and go back to check on what was wrong. You find out there's something wrong, and what happened? You begin to change strategy. The market is trying to tell you something. It's stick to what you believe. Don't forget what we are doing in the forex market. We are not trading the market. We are trading our belief. Our belief in the sense that when price gets to this zone, we believe that the market is going to be retracing, or we believe that the market will still continue. But we are not 100% we are not 100% what correct. It's all about probability. If it worked out, fine. If it doesn't work out, go back to the drawing board and check. That is why you have to risk. That's why risk is what's involved in the trade. So there is something I always love to say. It's you will not 100% be correct in the market. You're not going to be 100% correct in the market. Because why? If you're 100% correct in the market, there will be no need for you to keep learning. Don't forget, we don't always what finish trading. We keep learning. We keep growing continuously on the continuous base. So the market is there to tell you your flux at every point in time where you need to be working on. So you need to have that mentality in you that this market, my strategy failed this time around. What was wrong? Let me go back. And you keep updating yourself and you keep growing over time. Now the next one is you have to what know your risk tolerance. This is where the problem is. This is where I said beginner traders always come into the chat and they're like, guy, I'm going to be risking very high because I think this thing will play out. Yeah, you might be correct. But how about risking very high and the market favors you and moves in your favor? And the next day you come out to trade and you see risk high. What happens? You get stopped out. You now lose the money for yesterday and you equally make losses for today. What happened? Are you growing that way? You're not. Because why? You're unable to manage your risk. Risk management is all about what trading is all about. Because if you, I always tell myself something. The minimum trade risk to reward I can take is 1:3. What I mean by 1:3 is this. I'm risking one. Sorry, let me clean this out. I'm risking one to get three. Now, what do I mean by this? I'm risking one to get three. What do I mean by that? If I'm risking 1%, let's say 1% of my account, I'm expecting to get 3 times of what I risk. I call it 1:3. But once I get to 1:5, 1:5, I actually become uncomfortable. Sorry, let me take this out. Once I get to 1:5, I actually become uncomfortable. I break even and close out 99% of my trade. Now, why am I doing that? I've got to understand that my emotions come to play whenever the market moves in my favor and give me 5 times. Because someone came online and was like, the market is not going to be giving you 5 times every day, 5 times a reward. It's going to be giving you 3 times. It's always consistent. Now, I've observed that 1:5 comes from a higher time frame analysis, mostly from the daily or the 4 hours. Then 1:3 comes from the lower time frame, which is 1 hour, or if you're doing analysis from the 4 hours or 1 hour or 15 minutes or 30 minutes. You can go 1:3 from there, those time zones. Now, since I know this, whenever the market gets to 1:5, I break even and take 99%, allow the other one to run. It took me time to do this. Because why? It took me time to fight greed. Now, greed is one of the things that make traders blow up their account. Greed is majorly one of the things that make traders blow up their account. You open a trade, the market has given you 3 times. You should be breaking even. You should close partials. You should protect your trade. You should take out part of the money, but you are like, this market is going to keep running. Guys, the market is not yours. Don't forget, you were trading based off of what you believe will happen. And you're not 100% sure because you're not the smart money players. Your goal is to take your part and allow it to run, because you come back the next day and you keep what? Trading. That is how it continues. But whenever you're like, you want to make the whole money in a day, you're going to be losing more money. Okay. Now the last one is you need to have a vision. Yeah. That was one of my problem. That was one of my problem in the market. I think I'm going to be saying this. You need to have a vision. Something happened here. Before I talk about that, something happened in this trade. Now, if you can see where I drew my trend line from here, from this zone here, the market actually came to a resistance here, and there was a retracement back that was supposed to come up here before running down. But actually, I entered earlier on and I got stopped out. Now, prior to this time, what I will do is I will come back and open more trade. I will come back and open more trade. But it took maturity over time to understand that it's my fault. And really, when I got to the chart to find out what was happening, the market was still on the buy. Yeah, and I got to find out that I learned something. I went to my drawing board and I wrote down what I learned. I'm not going to be making that mistake again, guys. Why I'm saying this is because each time you fail in the market, each time you fail, write it down and try your best to avoid it. Should I tell you what this does to you? It gives you a step ahead to your success. You wouldn't expect me to do this kind of a trade next time, because why? What I did here was an error, and I've gotten to learn from it. So whenever I see it happen in the market, I'll be relaxed and be like, I know what they're doing. Because why? I've seen it before, I've experienced it before, and I was cool with the risk tolerance, so I'm not being affected emotionally. Okay, I was risking what I was comfortable with. And once it happened that the market stopped me out, I was comfortable with it. Because why? Why my stop loss was hit is an indication for me to go back to my drawing board. Now, let me quickly say this. It is mostly important when you get stopped out in the market that you check what happened that made you get stopped out, and don't blame the market for it. Blame yourself. Now, why am I saying blame yourself? You're not going to be able to change the market, but you can be able to change yourself. Now, while you change yourself, you become profitable over time. See, nobody becomes no successor, or let's say somebody that emerged into a successful person became successful blaming others for his failures. He blamed himself and he went back to the drawing board to check what was wrong. That thing helps him get to success over time. But when now imagine if I was blaming the market during the course of my beginners trading sections, what would I have been? I'll be like, I started with so many persons on the trade, and some of them are no longer trading the forex market. Because why? They are like, this thing is a scam, this thing is not working, this thing is crazy, it's not for everybody, this thing is, don't mind these guys, you don't know. But guys, I can beat my chest and tell you that I've actually learned a lot from trading. Yeah, it has really helped me a lot. It has really helped me a lot. I've been trading for over 3 years now, and I can really tell you what I've been able to achieve from it. Believe me, if you can succeed in forex trading, you can succeed in anywhere, any form of business. Because why? This one has to do with your mental game, and this is where the ideas come from. This is where things are going to be generating from. Okay. Now the last one is have a vision, a goal, not a money goal, but a vision goal, a purpose-driven goal. Now, why am I saying a purpose-driven goal? It's this. A purpose-driven goal is going to be helping you rather than a money-driven goal. If you're running after the money as a beginner and the first thing is like, I want to become a millionaire in forest, it's not going to be happening over time. You get frustrated. And over time, if that goal is chasing the money, you are going to be ending up what? Quitting at the long run. But if your goal is focused on becoming someone that will learn this stuff and help people. And now let me use myself as an example. When I started trading, I said to myself that I'm going to be I went to the drawing board and I said I needed a vision. Don't forget, for every building that stands, there must be a foundation. And that foundation is your vision. That vision is what you're going to be looking at when you get frustrated, when you get cross to the crossroad and you be like, I feel like quitting. You have to go back to what you said you're going to be doing. That is what will give you energy. There will be nobody that will take up the responsibility for you. To be you. Okay, it will be you. So now, before I started trading, I went up to to my drawing board and I said, why am I going to be trading forex? Because if the purpose of the thing is not defined, evict is inevitable. Okay, sorry. Abuse is inevitable. If the purpose of a thing is not defined, abuse is inevitable. So I said to myself, what am I going to be doing in forex? Why do I want to trade forex? I sat myself down and I said, okay, one of the things is I know myself. I want to be self-employed. I don't want a situation whereby I can be hired by somebody today and tomorrow I'm fired. I don't want a situation whereby the downsizing of an organization where I'm working for can actually affect me. I don't want that kind of situation. So I said, okay, what do I do? When I came in touch with Forex, and I was like, okay, Forex can give me that profitability where I can sit at home and make the money that I want. Where I can sit at home and make the kind of money that I want. I said, okay, I want this kind of a stuff. I'm cool with it. Another one is this. Another one is this. I said, okay, since Forex is going to be giving me that stuff, what else? What else? What other reason do I want to be trading Forex? I said, okay, since I want to be working on myself, and I don't want a situation whereby someone will hire me today and tell me that guy, Sammy, we are sorry to let you know that your services are no longer needed in this organization, and it's not because of anything you have done, but because we are trying to downsize our resources or our capital. So we're trying to maintain our staffs. So we are apologizing. So I was like, I don't want that kind of situation to happen to me. So what do? I don't want to be based off of salary. I want passive income. And Forest gave me that. Another thing, I want to be able to spend time with my family. I don't want a situation whereby I will go to work and by 9 p.m. I'm still at work, because why? I still have work to do. I will just be somewhere and someone will call me, my boss, be like, Sammy, you are going to be traveling tomorrow, arrange your bags. Impromptu, whoa, I don't want that kind of a life for myself. So when I met Forrest and I said, I looked at the whole thing, I can trade whenever I want to. Wow, I can do whatever I want to risk. I don't need the permission of anybody before withdrawing my money. I no, there was one day the first day I started trading, I opened the trade and the market moved in my favor. I got I got some level of pips, and I was looking forward to getting something. So I just immediately withdraw some money, and the money was withdrawn to my account immediately. And I was like, yeah, this thing really works. So then I was like, I love this. Without the notification of anybody, without waiting for 4 working days, 5 working days to get my money, I got my money instantly. That means I can trade off. There was something my boss did, my mentor. He went to a restaurant. He had the chat running. He went to a restaurant and he placed a trade. He wasn't with any money. Yeah. He placed a trade right there. And immediately he placed a trade, the market moved in his favor. He withdrew the money and paid the waiter from where he was eating. There, he was not with any cash. He just had a funded account. And I was like, wow, this is good. Because that was the level of confidence. Guys, this thing works. There is no scam in forest. Okay? There is no scam. And the next one is I want to be financially free. I need financial freedom. Forest give me that. Meanwhile, working for a 9 to 5 job cannot give me that. I cannot be financially free because before the end of the month, I might have what? Be indebted to a lot of persons because expecting my salary. But Forex has nothing to do with salary. Salary cannot give me the kind of money that I need. I see this as a business. I treat it as a business. I treat this as a business because it is able to what change life. Yeah, it is able to what change life, and it give you that profitable edge that you need, that financial freedom that you want. Either you're a stock trader or a technical analyst or a fundamental analyst, whatever the case may be, all you have to do is keep developing yourself, keep building yourself. That is where you will become what profitable. But when you quit, guys, you have nothing to do. Money management is the key. How to manage your money. I think while I was starting up, there was something I was doing. When I open a trade, I check how much I'm willing to lose. Then once it go, it's fine. Mark Douglas said something. He said, Risk management or risk tolerance is placing a trade of a money that doesn't mean anything to you. Whereby if you lose, you'll be like, it's fine, it's good. Guys, I will tell you from my experience, ever since I started that strategy of placing a trade based on what you're willing to risk or lose, it's been working. My stop loss is being hit and it's as if nothing happened. You know why? Well, let's take an example. I opened a trade of of let's say what I say $100, and of I get a profit of, let's say the market move 50 pips and I get 500 $500. Now I'm cool with this. I got $500. Okay, I close the trade and it moves in my favor. Now the next trade that I open is I open $100, still $100, and the market move in my comes and stop me out. And now I'm being lost of, let's say I opened 10 pips stop loss. 10 pips stop loss is over $10. I lost $10. Now my balance will now be $400. Who is profiting? Who is losing? I'm the one. Now the next trade I'm going to be opening, I'm not going to be opening $100. Let me tell you what I'll be opening. I'm going to be opening the next trade. It's going to be $50. Now why am I opening $50? I'm trying to manage my risk, because if I open another $100, I'm going to be having $300. So I'm opening $50 so that in case the market move in my favor, I'm going to be having more money added to my account. But if I'm being stopped out, fine, I'll open another $50. Don't forget, I've lost $150. So I keep expanding my risk. I keep out expanding my risk tolerance. I keep managing it. I keep managing my money. Okay. Trading is an investment and is able to what, change your life. Salary can't change your life. It's an investment that can change your life. So I didn't talk about subscribing to this channel, but in case you love or you found value in this video, do well to subscribe. Do well to hit the notification bell so that you'll be able to what, get updated. And also we have a community, Trading with Sammy. If you want to be part of that community, all you have to do is come down to the what, section below and click on it. And also if you don't have a strategy that is being profitable for you to trade off of, I have a video that I dropped out before now, trend trading strategy, following the trend. It's going to be helping you over time. I'm going to be leaving the link also in the description below, in the comment section below, sorry, so you get access to it.